All right, guys, so we got some new pickups in the day, and let's get straight into it because these are some big time bangers. The first one we got, it's a very special one out there. The DT Max 96 Love Letter to Connie. So, this is a DT Max that is to Connie Sanders, who is, of course, Deion Sanders' mother. And it's all red, of course, symbolizing the love that he has for his mother. You got 3 laces, 2 additional, red, and then a dark red, and then a white version. And on here it says color mitigation. So I'm guessing it's trying to say, due to the natural materials used in this product, color mitigation may occur. So basically, these colors may bleed in, I guess they were trying to say when it comes to this. But I don't really see how you could notice it when the whole entire shoe is red. Bam! But we have here the DT Max Love Letter to Connie. These are set to release on May 7th for a retail price point of $170. The shoe itself, though, is just like any other DT Max 96. But of course, the red is giving that admiration and love for Deion Sanders' mother. This is definitely a dope shoe overall. This would have been a good shoe to drop for Valentine's Day as well, but hey, you release it whenever you decide to, Nike. I think though that the overall red definitely pops and it stands out, and this could be something that be worn on and off the court. I would say that the upper is featuring more so of a nubuck material overall than a suede. Then you also have those hits of leather going on. The midsole features that red as well, and on the box it reads University Red / White Red Crush. This is a 8.5, and these are, as stated before, set to release on the 7th for $170. The DT Max, for the most part, has been making its waves, been coming out in all of some of its original colorways, but this one is a little bit different, and this one carries a little bit of a different story. I think overall, especially in Atlanta, this is definitely something I can see a lot of people getting on and hopping on, and this is definitely something I would love to have rock as a cleat if I was an Atlanta Falcon. I'm just going to be 1,000 with you. With that said, though, it's dope to see there's some storytelling going on in that department, and specifically this being something related to Deion Sanders' mother, Connie, and some, we see tributes all the time. It's definitely dope when we see a whole entire shoe tributed to someone very similar to like what KD does, but now it's time for Deion to shine. Be on the lookout though. These, for the most part, Deion's are kind of like able to be gotten now. The availability is definitely there now. At the very beginning, it was a very crazy sought after. Resale was all over the place. These have kind of died down since, and you're able to actually get them now if it's something that you really want. I will say, however, looking in the secondary market, retail is $170. The last sale was $195. That price may go down a little bit though as time goes on, because I'm looking at different sizes and there's not that many sizes that are actually being bid on or asked for. So wait and see. This may be something that you can get in store with no problem whatsoever, or potentially down the pipeline if it doesn't sell too well at an even lower cost. But these will be, for the most part, widely available. Next up, guys, we have one that I've been waiting on to see for quite some time, because I was very upset when this shoe dropped as a GS only. Now we're having it finally come out in a full-size run, the Jordan 12 Melo. The Jordan 12 Melo is set to release on May 17th for a retail price point of $200. And Melo, when it comes to Jordan brand, has some of the best PEs out there. Now, we could say Ray Allen's up there, if not the top. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section who has the best Jordan PEs. You got Ray Allen, you got Melo, you got Chris Paul. D-Wade came in a little late. His was a little, You got Richard Hamilton, Mike Bibby. The list goes on when it comes to that. But when it comes to really big time PEs and PEs that have made it to the public, Ray Allen and Melo are 2 that stand out. Now these came out, or were at least worn by Melo, back in 2005 when he played with the Denver Nuggets. These, alongside with one that I've been waiting and I'm still waiting on, they've released them several times but they've been hard to get, the Melo 2. Phenomenal. So back in 2016, these did drop, but they dropped as a kids exclusive. And those pairs actually had the gold eyelets up, and those were even more closely to the pairs that was PE'd that Melo actually wore. These are the same and very close as well, but they do have silver eyelets. So I don't know why they did that. They also featured his name in Melo right here as well. I thought about another one, a Jordan 11 Low Citrus. That was another Melo that had, I think, the number 7 on it. Bam! With that said, though, these are, man, as close as we're gonna get to this Melo, and I'm not mad about it whatsoever. This is definitely one I want to add to the arsenal and add into the collection. The colorway is phenomenal, and we're seeing a lot of these university blues with the UNCs. We got these. We got what is it? What other UNC colors? Another one I'm thinking off the top of my head that's like there. The Forget-Me-Nots. So those are another pairs of Jordan, the Jordan 4 Forget-Me-Nots, the Jordan 1 UNCs, and now these all releasing in the month of May and all very close to that like UNC baby blue colorway. The overall material on this shoe for the most part feels good, man. It actually feels really, really nice. A good, nice leather on the upper. The snakeskin ball sack material is very prominent as well, and it doesn't feel cheapy at all. It blends in very well with the shoe itself and doesn't look different or different shades. It kind of blends all in as one, alongside with the Jumpman featured right here on the shank. The carbon fiber is in that baby blue and black, and the actual color itself, so I don't say baby blue, is white university blue. Now this is called university blue. Let's compare it to the UNC university blue real quick. Or nope, forgive me, that's powder blue, so no need. This is a better color, I think, that the UNC should have went with. That's what I'm trying to say. But man, in my opinion, these are hot. These are dope. These are cop, regardless of the fact of whatever. These can be going for below retail. I'm gonna hop on it at below retail then. So I'm just looking right now on StockX, right? And I didn't know this, okay? Forgive me, 2004, bro, I was in middle school. I didn't know that these actually released to the public, at least for the most part. They're on StockX right now. This particular pair now, if you want to buy it, they want $1,500. But a pair very close to this specific pair is sitting on StockX right now in sizes 8.5, 10, 10.5, 11. So I did not know that these actually released, or at least there was a pair that released back in 2004 called the Jordan 12 Melo in 2004. Now I do remember, though, like I stated before, the previous kid version that released, because I didn't get that pair, but Nikki did. I remembered that. So I didn't know that these have already kind of dropped to the general public. That part, I didn't know. So with that said, this is the second time that this shoe is released. Currently, the market price on these are going for around $286 on the last sale. Now that may go down more than likely. At the same time, when it comes to Jordans, bro, and just the market, a lot of stuff is not, it's doing decent, it's doing better. But I mean, eggs costing the price that they're costing, and bread and everything else, people are being way more selective on the shoes that they choose. And when it's time to choose that shoe, that's where things get a little wild. Now for the month of May, we got the Jordan 4 white cement, we got these, we got the Jordan 1 UNC. So there's a lot of stuff to decide on if you decide to grab something in this particular month. So with that said, I think these will sell out. I feel like they will sell out. Now, how much? I mean, selling out does not mean they're going for resale. Selling out means they sold out at retail. You know, people are barely making 10 bucks. Some people resell and make $10. That's just their decision. I think these will do well for the most part. I don't see these sitting and just and drying up, but you never know at the end of the day. When it comes to the 12 though, it can be worn as an aesthetic shoe or still a basketball shoe. I think that the material and the technology is still good to this point. Now, is it like what we see now coming out brand new? No, but I think it still holds up, and this shoe just looks so damn good. But for me, it's gonna be a casual wear. With that said, be on the lookout because we will be doing a full-on in-depth review on this bad boy coming very, very soon. I love y'all as always. I appreciate y'all as always, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.